For years, India's defense budgeting was about crisis management. Shortages, ammunition gaps, emergency imports after every standoff. The result, India spent money but without building long-term military advantage. That phase is changing. India's defense budget is now rupees 6.8 lakh crores. The capital outlay stands at 1.72 lakh crore rupees. Over 75% of capital procurement is earmarked by domestic industry allotment. This is no longer survival spending. This is force structuring. But there's the gap. No headlines mention. And that is, India spends just 5.5 to 6% of its defense budget on research and development. And that is roughly 0.6 to 0.7% of the GDP. Now compare this with that of United States, who spends 10 to 15% of defense budget on their R&D. Chinese, on the other side, are spending up to 10% of their budget on the R&D, tightly focused on AI, space, and hypersonics. This matters because future wars won't be decided by platforms alone. They'll be decided by software, sensors, and decision speed. Indigenization is often sold as self-reliance. In reality, it is about wartime freedom, no spare part choke points, no export controls during conflict, no political pressures when operations begin. Recent global wars have shown one truth very clearly. Countries that depend on imports fight with constraints. Countries that build at home fight on their own terms. There's also a bigger payoff. India's defense exports have crossed rupees 21,000 crores, up from just 1,500 crore a decade ago. This isn't just revenue, it's influence. Nations that procure defense technology shape rules. Nations that import it follow them. Here's the risk ahead. If research and development spending doesn't rise sharply, if private innovation slows, if reforms lose urgency, India could end up with a strong military for today, but underprepared for 2035. And in modern warfare, 5-year technology gap is absolutely decisive. India has crossed an important threshold. The defense budget is no longer about managing decline, it's about shaping power. But transformation demands consistency, year after year, budget after budget, because tomorrow's wars won't reward who spends more. They'll reward who innovates faster and adapts first.